Do you ever watch a film once in a while, a movie on TV, and you think to yourself, man, like, that's what I was talking about, you know? Because there's two films, one of them I saw like ages and ages and ages ago, and it was called Bug. And that one really expressed like what I talk about sometimes. And the other one I've just seen very recently, and it's called The Steam Experiment. Now, in both movies, people die, but there's a reason why people die, okay? And the reason goes back to conspiracy theory or cult type thinking. That's it. The way that people think, just thoughts, having a dramatic impact, a dramatic negative impact upon people's behavior as a result of their inability to think beyond what they think, and going by their instincts, their emotions and fears and paranoias. In the film Bug, you've got this guy who's convinced that he's somehow infected with or infested with these insects, and he's got all these conspiracy theory thinking of various apparent governmental experiments to put certain types of insects into the cocaine crops. So anyone who's ever taken cocaine will then get the insect in their blood, and it'll like eat them out from the inside. And he eventually is convinced that he's possessed by this, and he gets a girlfriend, and they have sex quite early on in the film. And she then, because his insanity rubs off on her, because he's going on about, this like weird, crazy New World Order, MK Ultra type stuff, she starts believing in what he's talking about. And she goes maniacal. She, completely insane, and believes what he says. And eventually they do a suicide pact thing together, and they die in basically a puddle of petrol. They set fire to the whole house, and they all die in the fire. And it was all down to the thinking, just that conspiracy theory type thinking, which has got into them and has made them do something which is stupid, and they believe it's right. Okay, they believe it's right, but in fact, it's not. Okay, it's a form of insanity. Okay, and the fact that the relatively normal girlfriend gets taken in by it shows that people can get taken in by forms of insanity. It is scary. We need to guard against this. In the film The Steam Experiment, there's this guy, and he's convinced that global warming is going to happen in 2012. He's convinced that there's enough evidence out there, and he uses as his evidence basically poor quality, like conspiracy theory type books. To try and bring people's attention to this, he locks 6 people in a steam room and turns the temperature up. And he tries to sell his story about global warming to the newspapers, and uses the leverage, or tries to use the leverage, of the 6 people in the steam room to try and get his story published. The story goes out of the people in the steam room, one of them kills another one of them. Actually, no, was there 2 murders? That's right. There was 1 suicide. There was 1 electrocution, and then 2 died out of natural causes, and presumably because of the stress and the trauma. And of course, one of them went mad on the way to being killed. So it was in fact quite a harrowing film. But it's all caused by this one individual who's got some stupid ideas that have basically possessed him. he is being possessed by these ideas. They are stronger than him. And so he does something to prove his conspiracy theory, fringe research type, alternative history idea. Okay? Now, as it turns out with the first film, there was no bug in this guy's blood. Okay, he had not been infected. He was just paranoid and delusional. And in the second film, nothing's going to happen on 2012 apart from London getting the Olympics. Okay, global warming is not going to happen in 2012. We're not going to all experience temperatures of 130 degrees Celsius and our bodies are going to melt or whatever like that. You know, it's not going to happen. But the character in the film believed that it would, because of all this alternative history type stuff that he was reading and writing and all the rest of that. Now think about it like this, because I know I've got like lots of detractors here on YouTube. Okay, people who believe strongly in the New World Order, believe in the ideas of Alex Jones, David Icke, and all the rest of those lunatics. Complete fucking lunatics. For those detractors of mine, those are so close in terms of character, personality, and action to the main characters in the film Bug and the Steam Experiment as to be frightening. And I mean seriously frightening. Okay, you detractors of mine out there who think that the whole world is going to go under fascist tyranny and there's going to be like death camps everywhere and we're all going to end up on a train being taken to a death camp and gassed by some lizards from outer space or whatever. You're no different to the characters in the film Bug and the film The Steam Experiment. You've lost it. You are believing false histories, and also some of the fundamentalists within the New Age religions these days, okay? There's false histories which have created some of these religions. Okay, some of the ideologies which some of you people out there, some of my followers out there, some of my subscribers, okay, may believe in. Some of it's based upon false history. This is why you need doubt, self-doubt, skepticism. This is why certain emotions which people in the New Age movement don't always like guilt, are important. It stops you from going insane and damaging people. It makes you ask questions of yourself, of your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. There are things which help you to be a well-adjusted individual in society. And following and believing all of this like New World Order stuff or reptilian conspiracy stuff, it's not going to do you any good. And one of these days you're going to end up saying and or doing something which you're going to regret. Because you're involved with dangerous ideas, psychologically dangerous ideas, which are steadily dragging you away from what is right, what is true, what is correct, and what is normal. You know, like, shit's got to be done. You know, you people out there, you got to start sorting out your head. Start learning the beauty of what it means to be relatively normal. You know, just part of society. So just forget all of this like left brain prison stuff. Like the writings of David Icke, a lot of them are just there to try and make you skeptical of things which are real and true and well adjusted. Alright? Just some thoughts for today. Nick Dutch signing out. Keep cool. Sorry this one wasn't the most lively, giggly, buzzy and all the rest of it movie I've ever done, but I've been up for like 24 hours because of the fact I can't sleep. at the moment anyway. Speak to you again soon. God bless.